Hey guys, Mr. here again for another video today, and we are back with another Can They Win the Stanley Cup? And in this one, we will see if the shortest players in the NHL are able to win the Stanley Cup. Now, I believe it was Nashville that I made this team as. I believe I called them the Nashville Shorties or something like that. I did this one? Sure. Is it that one? Yes, it is, the Nashville Shorties. So we're actually just replacing their team. They're both 92 overalls. So yeah, we're going to be replacing. I didn't mean to click substitute. But yeah, we will be replacing Nashville in this one. Because why? Honestly, because they had some short players that are on this team. So for this team, just to let you guys know about this, what did I consider short in this? I did for forwards all 5'9" or under, and to be honest, the forward core is pretty damn good. I am not gonna lie. And as for defense, there was not enough defense that I could do that were under 5'4". So I did do, I think it was under 5'10" or 5'10" or under, I believe. So we'll see how that goes. It shouldn't be that bad, but yeah. So we will have to wait and see how that goes, because 5'10" is still pretty short. To be fair, like I'm about 5'6" or 5'7", 5'8". I'm like the same height as Alex DeBrincat right now, so I'm not very tall. So I could basically be on this team. Well, I would be on this team if we were to actually do something like that. I could have done under 6 feet in general, but if I had have done under 6 feet, the goaltending would have been much better. And also, we could have had Sidney Crosby and Nikita Kucherov together, which would have been extremely interesting, that's for sure. But I'm interested to see how this team does, because the goaltending is very, very poor on this team. Both goalies are under 6 feet tall, and it was hard because it was really hard to find players like that. There's not a lot of centers on this team either. There's actually only 2 centers on this team, and DeBrincat isn't even a really good center. So our first line will have, I'd like to have Gaudreau, Atkinson, or Gaudreau, Johnson, and Marchand on the same line together. I feel like that would be a nice top line. Second line, though, I think we'll just keep the lines how they were for now. I do need to make sure center spots, though, are the best they can be, which, by the looks of it, it basically is. So yeah, looking at this team, our forward core, we have Johnny Gaudreau, who's 5'9", Tyler Johnson, who's 5'8", Cam Atkinson, who is 5'8", Marchand, 5'9", DeBrincat, 5'7", Zuccarello, 5'8", Jonathan Marchessault, 5'9", Camilleri, 5'9", Arvidsson, 5'9", Sherry, 5'8", Yanni Gourde, 5'9", Brendan Gallagher, 5'9", as well. So, like I said, a pretty decent forward core. Defensively, it's still not that bad. If I had done 5'9" and under for defenses too, we would have had to do Spurgeon and Krug, and there actually wasn't enough 5'9" defensemen that I could find that were even decently compatible to make this team a contender. So Spurgeon is 5'9", which is not bad, that's for sure. Ellis is 5'10", Krug is 5'9", Barry is 5'10", Butcher is 5'10", and so is Sammy Vatanen. So like I said, it's still a pretty solid team, that's for sure. We should have 3 offensive defensemen, because Will Butcher should be an offensive defenseman, but we also have 4 right-handed shots to 2 left-handed shots. Now, the real big kicker to this team is the goaltending. Both under 6 feet tall. The 2 shortest goalies in the NHL is UC Saros and Anton Khudobin, who will be our starter for this. So like I said, it should be very interesting. They both aren't great. We'll have to wait and see. I don't think I had anybody scratch. No, there really wasn't that much else for short players in the league. So other than the goaltending, we have a pretty solid team all around. Our defense will have to be solid this year, that's for sure. Whether that can come to fruition or not, I do not know. Although we did win the first game of the season. Really, it all depends on the goaltending, because I think our offense and our defense could realistically carry this team to a championship, well, to at least the playoffs. But like I said, it really depends on the goaltending. We're looking pretty good at the start. Almost 10 wins already into the season. That really isn't that bad, to be fair. Now, as we do sim this, as I do in every episode, I will grab my notepad to get to the new page that I have for all the stats written down here. What are we doing? We're doing short people. There we go. So the shorties, I'm just going to do shorties because that's what I actually named them. We'll see how good their record is. We'll see if they can win the Stanley Cup or not. They could be the second team to win the Stanley Cup. At this rate, we are definitely on pace to head to the playoffs, but we are on a losing streak. Well, we snapped that losing streak. We'll have to wait and see. There's still a really good record, 24-11-4. Now, it's interesting, though, with this team, because it's definitely not going to be one of the best records we've ever had, but it'll be around, I'd say, close to around 43 wins, I'd say. We'll see how that goes, though. We're in January already, almost at the deadline. We almost have 40 wins. We may be able to hit 50 wins, but I'd be very shocked if we do. Like I said, I'm saying around 43 wins, although we did go on a big losing streak there. We got a win and then went on another little losing streak. Interesting. Hopefully we can get to the 40-plus win mark, though. As we get a notification, and for every single time, it takes forever to get this notification about the deadline. I don't understand why. Now, if it could just be quicker, that would be great, because for some reason, it is just extremely short. I was looking at the page and it says short. It just takes forever to get this notification. So we're at the deadline, basically. We have 66 plus 6, that is 72 points at the deadline. I think that is a playoff spot. I believe that would be a playoff spot. We'll have to wait and see, though. I think we are in a pretty good spot right now, so we are at 37 wins. Like I said, I'm saying around 43 wins. We still got about 3 weeks of action. We will see how that goes. We win, we lose. There's our 43rd win. We actually hit 44 or 45. We lose the last 3 games heading into the playoffs, though. So a 45-win season, that is most definitely a playoff team, that's for sure. Even without extra points, I think 90 points would be enough to get us into the playoffs. Well, maybe not, but we are facing the Minnesota Wild in the first round. So we had a record of 45, 27, and 10. That's not a bad record. Like I said, it wouldn't be the best record we'd have, but it'd still be a decent record, which I was right. Although, to be fair, the goaltending did pretty solid for what I would think. So we actually finished second in the Western Conference, which actually is not bad. We finished second behind Winnipeg, who's also in our division, and we get to face the 98-point Minnesota Wild, who also had 45 wins. Now let's go and check out the team really quickly, just to see, did anybody grow? And did Brinkat go down? I thought he was an 83. He might have gone down. I'm not sure, though. I don't think anybody has changed here. Maybe Zuccarello. I thought Zuccarello was an 83, but he might have been an 84. I don't remember, to be honest. I don't think anybody grew defensively and goaltending. Maybe Saros grew, but no. Yeah, they're still the same. Although, checking out the stats of the goaltending, so Khudobin played 60 games this season, went 33, 18, and 8 with 9 shutouts. He had a 923 save percentage and a 2.15 GAA. That is really good for him. And then UC Saros as the backup. Played 26 games. He did not do very good. 12, 10, and 2. No shutouts with a 908 save percentage and a 2.86 GAA. So very interesting. Those aren't great stats, that's for sure. So really, hopefully we'll see a good playoff run from this team then. I don't remember where I checked the stats. I'm pretty sure I checked them after the playoffs. We'll just do that. I didn't mean to click on that, although Johnny Gaudreau did have the most points on the team with only 65. Interesting. Like I said, maybe if we had to put Marchand on that top line, maybe we would have gotten more. So let's do the playoffs. Let's see how we do. No, let's do the playoffs. Let's sim the playoffs, and we'll see how we do. Can we finally get past like the first round in one of these episodes? It's been, I don't even remember the last time we've gotten past the first round. So So far, we are tied 1-1 heading into Game 3. We get the 2-1 series lead. Game number 4 in Minnesota, we win. We now have a 3-1 series lead. We could move on to the second round. We do not yet. There is still 2 more chances for us, though. And Minnesota forces a Game 7. Can we win in Game 7? Of course not. And another disappointing performance in the playoffs. We are not able to win the Stanley Cup. We get eliminated in the first round again. Absolutely ridiculous. We're just going to sim to August. I cannot believe we have another failed attempt at trying to win this freaking Stanley Cup with some of these teams, man. I don't get it. I would think that our team would be decent enough. Even though the goaltending isn't great, I would still believe that this team would be decent enough to win it. So Stanley Cup champions go to the Edmonton Oilers. Interesting. Very good. Okay, so that is the team. Let's go and check out the stats then. Let's see, how did everybody do? I did not mean to go to the calendar. Let's go, Stats Central really quickly. I do want to check out where we finished, though, because I do need to write that down as well. We finished second in the West, so maybe like third or fourth in the league. Actually, a little bit lower than what I expected. We finished sixth in the league, which is the first sixth placing in this series. We've had 2 firsts, 2 seconds, then a 6, so technically this team was now third place in the league, or third place in all of these episodes, and we had a 17th, a 23rd, and a 30th. We've never had a team in last place, which is pretty good. To be fair, the 2001 draft was extremely close with being in 30th. Or in the 30th position in the regular season, but that is fine. We're good. So Johnny Gaudreau, the leading point scorer on our team with 65 points. He was only -6. Interesting. He had 24 points, or it's not 24 points, 24 goals this year. Brad Marchand had 29 goals. Tyler Johnson had 16. Cam Atkinson had 26. Zuccarello had 16. DeBrincat only had 10 goals. He has more goals than that right now, and this is technically his rookie season as well. He was a +16 though, so that's not bad. That's a 190. I thought I said 196 penalty minutes. I'm like, what? But no, 196 shots. So we had 3 20+ goal scorers. We had 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 10+ goal scorers, which isn't bad. One of them being a defenseman in Torrey Krug. Torrey Krug didn't do too bad, to be fair, although he was a -16. Most assists on the team goes to Tyler Johnson with 42. Our best plus-minus was Jared Spurgeon with a +20. Brad Marchand with 19 as well. Most penalty minutes probably Marchand, with 63. That is a really good team, though. We weren't shorthanded that much. Most penalty minutes only being 63. That's really not that bad. Power play points, wow. Gaudreau, Marchand, Johnson, Atkinson, Zuccarello. Well, really, looking at it, Gaudreau, Marchand, and Johnson, that top line, I'm assuming that was the top line on the power play as well. That is a really good power play, that's for sure. Let's go check the goaltenders. So rookie skaters. I believe it was just DeBrincat. Oh no, Gord was a rookie this year as well. So was Will Butcher. Will Butcher did not do as good as I expected. He should be listed as an offensive defenseman. He should have much higher offensive awareness than defensive awareness. Like, the defensive awareness and offensive awareness should be swapped. And his passing and puck control should be better too, because at the first 20 games of the season, he was a point per game player. So why he's listed as a two-way, why he has such a good physical category, why he is so slow, I do not know. To be fair, why is his shot that good either? He never had a goal in the first 20 games either, technically. I don't know. Very interesting, that's for sure. But DeBrincat, the rookie leader on our team. Khudobin, obviously we looked at his stats already. Saros, we looked at his stats as well. So not a bad season from them. Now checking out the awards, Stanley Cup goes to the Oilers. President's Trophy goes to Washington for the 3rd year in a row. Oilers face the Panthers in the final. Interesting. Art Ross goes to Nikita Kucherov. Hart Memorial also goes to Nikita Kucherov. Klingberg with the Norris. Lady Byng goes to Phil the Thrill Hischier with the Calder. Conn Smythe to Cam Talbot. Bobrovsky with the Vezina 2 years in a row. Got the Jennings this year as well. Joel Edmondson, the Bill Masterton winner. Selke goes to Taves, Ted Lindsay to Kucherov, and Maurice Richard to Stamkos. Very interesting. So there's some Tampa players in there. They definitely did good. Kucherov got a few awards. What a freaking beast he is. He is on pace to be or have the most points on the season and also have the most goals in the season. Well, he currently does have the most points and most goals in the league. So he's a beast. And if you guys didn't know, Kucherov is one of my favorite players. He is tied for favorite player with Leon Draisaitl right now. So Edmonton sweeping Florida in the finals. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. That's the playoff bracket. Obviously, we lost in 7 to Minnesota. Although good to Minnesota, we did lose to the eventual losers of the Stanley Cup. We lost to the losers of the winners of the Stanley Cup. I don't know how I'm supposed to word that. Couldn't tell ya. There's one thing I wanted to check. I wanted to check out Edmonton's stats in this sim in the playoffs. Lucic had 23 points, and as well Connor McDavid. Lucic was their leading goal scorer with 11. Wow, okay. Mike Camilleri with 17. Draisaitl only at 13 points. That's not playoff Draisaitl, that's for sure. He has a high elite now as well. I forgot that I changed that for an offline sim that I did. Yeah, my bad. So, that is going to be it in this episode, guys. Hopefully you all did enjoy. Shout out to Mike Dubois for giving me this idea for one of this series. He asked to do the smallest players next, so I did that for him. Let me know what you guys want to see in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you all did enjoy once again, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.